Apache Cassandra is an open-source distributed database management system designed to handle large amounts of data across many commodity servers, providing high availability with no single point of failure. Cassandra offers robust support for clusters spanning multiple data centers, with asynchronous masterless replication allowing low latency operations for all clients. Cassandra also places a high value on performance. In 2012, University of Toronto researchers studying NoSQL systems concluded that in terms of scalability, there is a clear winner throughout our experiments. Cassandra achieves the highest throughput for the maximum number of nodes in all experiments. Cassandra's data model is a partitioned row store with tunable consistency. Rows are organized into tables. The first component of a table's primary key is the partition key. Within a partition, rows are clustered by the remaining columns of the key. Other columns may be indexed separately from the primary key. Tables may be created, dropped, and altered at runtime without blocking updates and queries. Cassandra does not support joins or subqueries, except for batch analysis via Hadoop. Rather, Cassandra emphasizes denormalization through features like collections. History: Apache Cassandra was developed at Facebook to power their inbox search feature by Avinash Lakshman and Prashant Malik. It was released as an open-source project on Google Code in July 2008. In March 2009, it became an Apache Incubator project. On February 17, 2010 it graduated to a top-level project. Releases after graduation include 0.6, released April 12, 2010. Added support for integrated caching, and Apache Hadoop MapReduce, 0.7, released January 8, 2011, added secondary indexes and online schema changes, 0.8, released June 2, 2011, added the Cassandra query language, self-tuning memtables, and support for zero downtime upgrades, 1.0, released October 17, 2011, added integrated compression, leveled compaction, and improved read performance, 1.1, released April 23, 2012, added self-tuning caches, row-level isolation, and support for mixed SSD spinning disk deployments. 1.2, released January 2, 2013, added clustering across virtual nodes, inter-node communication, atomic batches, and request tracing, 2.0, released September 4, 2013. Added lightweight transactions, triggers, improved compactions, 2.0.4, released December 30, 2013, added allowing specifying data centers to participate in a repair, client encryption support to StableLoader, allow removing snapshots of no longer existing CFs, licensing and support. Apache Cassandra is an Apache Software Foundation project, so it has an Apache license. Main features: decentralized. Every node in the cluster has the same role. There is no single point of failure. Data is distributed across the cluster, but there is no master as every node can service any request. Supports replication and multi-data center replication. Replication strategies are configurable. Cassandra is designed as a distributed system, for deployment of large numbers of nodes across multiple data centers. Key features of Cassandra: unregistered trademark S distributed architecture are specifically tailored for multiple data center deployment, for redundancy, for failover and disaster recovery. Scalability: read and write throughput both increase linearly as new machines are added, with no downtime or interruption to applications. Fault tolerant: data is automatically replicated to multiple nodes for fault tolerance. Replication across multiple data centers is supported. Failed nodes can be replaced with no downtime. Tunable consistency: writes and reads offer a tunable level of consistency, all the way from writes never fail to block for all replicas to be readable, with the quorum level in the middle. MapReduce support: Cassandra has Hadoop integration, with MapReduce support. There is support also for Apache Pig and Apache Hive. Query language: Cassandra introduces CQL, a SQL-like alternative to the traditional RPC interface. Language drivers are available for Java, Python, Node.js and Go. Data model: Cassandra is essentially a hybrid between a key value and a column-oriented database. A column family resembles a table in an RDBMS. Column families contain rows and columns. Each row is uniquely identified by a row key. Each row has multiple columns, each of which has a name, value, and a timestamp. Unlike a table in an RDBMS, different rows in the same column family do not have to share the same set of columns, and a column may be added to one or multiple rows at any time. Each key in Cassandra corresponds to a value which is an object. Each key has values as columns, and columns are grouped together into sets called column families. Thus, each key identifies a row of a variable number of elements. These column families could be considered then as tables. A table in Cassandra is a distributed multidimensional map indexed by a key. Furthermore, applications can specify the sort order of columns within a supercolumn or simple column family. Clustering: when the cluster for Apache Cassandra is designed, an important point is to select the right partitioner. Two partitioners exist: random partitioner. This partitioner randomly distributes the key value pairs over the network, resulting in a good load balancing. Compared to OPP, more nodes have to be accessed to get a number of keys. Order-preserving partitioner: this partitioner distributes the key value pairs in a natural way so that similar keys are not far away. The advantage is that fewer nodes have to be accessed. The drawback is the uneven distribution of the key value pairs. Prominent users: at Walmart Labs uses Cassandra with SSD, AppScale uses Cassandra as a backend for Google App Engine applications, CERN uses Cassandra for its Atlas experiment to archive the online DAQ systems monitoring information, Cisco's WebEx uses Cassandra to store user feed and activity in near real time. CloudKick uses Cassandra to store the server metrics of their users. Constant Contact uses Cassandra in their email and social media marketing applications. Over 200 nodes are deployed. Dig, a large social news website, announced on September 9, 2009 that it is rolling out its use of Cassandra and confirmed this on March 8, 2010. TechCrunch has since linked Cassandra to Dig for reliability criticisms and recent company struggles. Lead engineers at Dig later rebuked these criticisms as red herring and blamed a lack of load testing. Facebook used Cassandra to power inbox search, with over 200 nodes deployed. This was abandoned in late 2010 when they built Facebook messaging platform on HBase. FormSpring uses Cassandra to count responses, as well as store social graph data for 26 million accounts with 10 million responses a day. IBM had done research in building a scalable email system based on Cassandra. Mahalo.com uses Cassandra to record user activity logs and topics for their Q&A website. Netflix uses Cassandra as their backend database for their streaming services. Uella built a scalable, flexible, real-time analytics engine using Cassandra. OpenWave uses Cassandra as a distributed database and SAS a distributed storage mechanism for their next-generation messaging platform. OpenX is running over 130 nodes on Cassandra for their OpenX Enterprise product to store and replicate advertisements and targeting data for ad delivery. Plaxo has reviewed 3 billion contacts in their database, compared them with publicly available data sources, and identified approximately 600 million unique people with contact info. PostRank uses Cassandra as their backend database. Rackspace is known to use Cassandra internally. Reddit switched to Cassandra from Memcached on March 12, 2010 and experienced some problems in May due to insufficient nodes in their cluster. RockU uses Cassandra to record every single click for 50 million monthly active users in real time for their online games. SoundCloud uses Cassandra to store the dashboard of their users. Talentica Software uses Cassandra as a backend for analytics application with Cassandra cluster of 30 nodes and inserting around 200 gigabytes data on daily basis. Twitter announced it is planning to use Cassandra because it can be run on large server clusters and is capable of taking in very large amounts of data at a time. Twitter continues to use it but not for tweets themselves. Urban Airship uses Cassandra with the mobile service hosting for over 160 million application installs across 80 million unique devices. Zoho uses Cassandra for generating the inbox preview in their Zoho mail service. Facebook moved off its pre-Apache Cassandra deployment in late 2010 when they replaced inbox search with the Facebook messaging platform. In 2012, Facebook began using Apache Cassandra in its Instagram unit. Cassandra is the most popular wide-column store. See also: Apache Accumulo, secure Apache Hadoop-based distributed database. Berkeley DB, DataStax, MongoDB, Bigtable, original distributed database by Google, REAC, distributed database, distributed hash table, Dynamo. Cassandra borrows many elements from Dynamo, Apache HBase, Apache Hadoop-based distributed database. Very similar to Bigtable, Hypertable, Apache Hadoop-based distributed database. Very similar to Bigtable, NoSQL, references. Bibliography. External links, Lakshman, Avinash. Cassandra, a structured storage system on a P2P network. Engineering at Facebook's Notes. Retrieved June 17, 2014. The Apache Cassandra Project. Forest Hill, Maryland, USA, the Apache Software Foundation. Retrieved June 17, 2014. Project Wiki. Forest Hill, Maryland, USA, the Apache Software Foundation. Retrieved June 17, 2014. Hewitt, Eben. Adopting Apache Cassandra Info.com. InfoQ, C4 Media Incorporated. Retrieved June 17, 2014. Lakshman, Avinash. Malik, Prashant. Cassandra, a decentralized structured storage system cs.cornell.edu. The authors are from Facebook. Retrieved June 17, 2014. Ellis, Jonathan. What every developer should know about database scalability slideshare.net. Retrieved June 17, 2014 from the OSCON 2009 talk on RDBMS versus Dynamo, Bigtable, and Cassandra. Cassandra APM, Red Hat Package Manager build for the Apache Cassandra project co.google.com. Menlo Park, California, USA, Google Project Hosting. Retrieved June 17, 2014. Raf, Gregor. Cassandra by example, the path of read and write requests slideshare.net. Retrieved June 17, 2014. Bashik, Sergey. A vendor-independent comparison of NoSQL databases, Cassandra, HBase, MongoDB, REAC. Network World. Framingham, Massachusetts, USA and Staines, Middlesex, UK, IDG. Retrieved June 17, 2014. A.